The dinosaur who discovered hamburgers. Scott loved being a dinosaur. Of course, being a dinosaur had its perks. Dinosaurs were able to run faster, roar louder, and were stronger than all the other animals. But the best part of being a dinosaur was that they were all big footies. They loved going out to restaurants and enjoyed eating different foods. Look how much fun they're having eating noodles and pizza. We all love pizza, right, kids? Scott decided to go seek it out, and so began the journey. Scott packed binoculars, a magnifying glass, a plate, a knife, a spoon, a fork, and a map. Scott searched far and wide, venturing through treacherous terrain. Scott climbed the highest mountains, crossed the hottest deserts. Ooh, I think he needs water. And waded through the thickest swamps. Ooh, look at all that water. Scott was exhausted and ready to give up. Just as Scott was about to turn back, a strange forest appeared into view. It seemed the forest had oddly shaped fruit. Scott used the binoculars to look closer. Of course! This was a bread forest. It was filled with bread buns as far as the eye could see. Toasted buns, sesame buns, and brioche buns. Scott grabbed some and continued on. Scott left the forest and entered a valley filled with beautiful flowers. But again, something was odd about these flowers. Scott took out the magnifying glass and took a closer look. Ooh, I wonder what did he see? It looked like the petals of these flowers were made of pickles. Of course, these were pickle flowers. Scott grabbed some and continued on. Scott kept walking and came across two strange rivers. One river was red and the other was yellow. Scott got close to the rivers and took out the spoon. Scott dipped the spoon into each river and had a taste. One was sweet and the other was sour. Of course, these were the great rivers of ketchup and mustard. Overjoyed, Scott packed some of each. Do you guys eat mustard and ketchup? Scott continued on and wandered by some large bushes that had a wonderful aroma. Scott reached into the backpack, pulled out the fork and knife, and started to poke into the bushes. Out came a meat patty and a slice of bacon, grilled to perfection. Of course, these were bacon and patty bushes. Do you guys like bacon? Scott now had lots of ingredients and flavors to work with and started to head home, passing through the rivers of ketchup and mustard, walking again through the fields of pickle flowers. Trekking once more through the bread forest, wading back through the thickest swamps, recrossing the hottest deserts, and climbing back down the highest mountains. Scott, finally at home, went into the kitchen and began to plan the meal. Scott tried many different combinations, but none of them seemed right. Then it came to Scott. Of course, bun, ketchup, pickles, bacon, patty, mustard, and bun. The perfect order for the perfect dish. Now to create our creation. Scott took a bite. It was good, but it felt like something was missing. So Scott decided to visit Mr. Dr. Ham, the smartest dinosaur scientist in town, to see what they could come up with together. I wonder what he was missing. Dr. Ham showed Scott the newest technology in food processing. Scott stood and watched Dr. Ham's team toil and tinker with their formulas to come up with just the right addition to the dish. The machines hummed, the beakers boiled, and the gouges whirled. Voila! After the smoke cleared, all the dinosaurs looked upon their creation with wonder. With the new creations ready for testing, Dr. Ham began official scientific tests. I'll call this red ball with seeds. This one will be named White Spicy Oval that makes you cry. This shall be called Crunchy Green Leaves. Scott thought the names were a little too long and suggested they name them tomato, onion, and lettuce instead. The other dinosaurs agreed and they were amazed at Scott's genius. Do you eat tomatoes, onion? Scott took slices of the new foods and added them into the dish. Of course, this is what was missing. Scott tasted the creation and knew this was the perfect dish. Yum! Scott shared this discovery with the other dinosaurs, who all agreed that they loved the dish. Scott, thankful for all of Dr. Ham's help, decided to name the dish after the doctor. What is your full name, Dr. Ham? My full name is Dr. Hamburger, the 12th. I come from a long line of burgers. It was settled. The new dish will be called the hamburger. Do you guys like hamburgers? All the dinosaurs loved eating Scott's new dish. Even the Velociraptor food guide gave it 6 claws way up. News of the dish spread quickly and everyone had to try it. It was a hit. The dish was so popular that the dinosaurs even made an international hamburger day. How silly! Even movies were made to show how this amazing new dish was discovered. Scott felt happy and complete. The perfect dish was found and all was right in the world. Look at Scout. He looks so happy. The end.